Good morning to the three people in here. I am so excited that I have three people in here. You know, I don't come on this channel very much, but I'm going to start doing my morning stuff on this channel, my morning inspiration, motivations, and all that good stuff. Miss T Velocity, turning dust into diamond stuff over here. And I'm going to keep a little Shemessi and the others talk on Miss T Velocity. Thanks for joining me. These are running simultaneously, though. I have it on my first channel and this channel. Thanks to the 7 people who joined me. I'm looking for another moderator. Now, when I choose moderators, I have to be able to trust you. I don't know these people other than via YouTube. You know, Queen Diva can't make every show. So I'm looking for a moderator. If you're in here and I see you and I trust you and I know that you are down for me, perhaps I can make you a mod, because sometimes mods can make or break you. And I would definitely like for them to help make me and not break me. But this morning, thanks for joining me. I'm having my chai tea. I have a chai tea, a cold chai tea I do in the morning with chai tea, spicy chai tea. I put a little flaxseed, chia seed, ginger, dates, and a artificial sweetener in there. So that's my morning drink. I'm having my morning drink. In case you guys can't see, I'll just show you. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. But I wanted to come over here and talk. Hey, Regina M. There's my Queen Diva. She's here. I want to talk about boundaries, building and setting boundaries in a relationship. And boundaries are so important. This is not going to be long, but I think as an adult, you really need to start setting boundaries when you go into any type of relationship. Hey, sweetie, even in a work setting, a school setting, the church setting, a relationship with a loved one, you know, family, you have to set boundaries. Boundaries is a healthy aspect of your life. And the reason why is because if you don't set boundaries, people are apt to do and say anything to you. So when you get in a relationship, depending on what relationship, it doesn't matter. This stands for all relationships. You need to set boundaries. I've watched for years now how people allow other people to treat them any type of way because they never established boundaries. Had they established boundaries, people would know, hey, you don't cross these boundaries in our relationship, else most likely our relationship will start faltering or it will end, period. Now, that's how I take it. I know I have spoken to you all before about the bitch calling. I have set boundaries on calling me a bitch. That is a no. I will not tolerate it from anyone. Ask my ex-husband. He'll tell you. I don't tolerate that. To me, that word is a fighting word. It always have been a fighting word, even when I was coming up. So I don't play the bitch calling, whether it's a nice bitch or a bad bitch. I don't want to be a bitch, period. I just want to be Miss T Velocity or my government name. And that's what you will address me by, because I make sure that I let people know that dog don't hunt here calling me out my name. Okay. So let's talk about boundaries. This won't be very long, but if you don't know, I wanted to hip you to something. You have to set boundaries. I watch adult people get just disrespected to the utmost because they haven't set boundaries with people. Had you set boundaries with whomever you was dealing with, they would know your expectations, and they know if they cross those boundaries that the relationship is over in most cases. Yes, we do give people second chances. Some people give third chances. I'm one that I am very sticky. I'm a real stickler when it comes to me forgiving people, especially when you have crossed that boundary, because I've given you heads up. This the way I want to be treated, and this the way I will treat you in return. And once you say basically F what you how you want to be treated, I'm gonna say and do what I want to you, then that's a no-go for me. The relationship is over. So I don't keep coming back. Yes, I do try to forgive people, but again, I never forget what you have done to me, good, bad, or indifference. I don't forget. I may forgive you and I'll move on, but I don't forget what you've done to me. So, boundaries is so healthy, you guys. If you start establishing boundaries, setting boundaries with people, most likely you'll have a healthy relationship with that person, whomever that person may be. You will have a healthy relationship because you have already told them what you expect, right? Now, boundaries are just physical or emotional limits of appropriate behavior between persons. I'm going to just leave it like that. And what happens is when you set boundaries, it helps protect your relationship with people. Whether you're in a relationship, a love relationship, a friend relationship, a family relationship, it helps you set those boundaries, and people know their expectations when you deal with them. I see a lot of people, especially on YouTube. I've been dealing with YouTube now for 3 years, and I've been over in this what they call sector, and there's no boundaries, there's no limit to what people will do over here. And that's very shocking to me, because a lot of times I look at it and say, now, would this person do this in real life to me? If we were face to face, or, I knew them in real life, would they do this to me? Would this behavior be the same? I don't think so. I think a lot of behaviors are displayed is because people are not reachable. You really don't know these people. It's just YouTube. And I'm speaking on YouTube, but in real life, I always set boundaries, even with my job. I'm going to tell you why. Because remember, you, in most cases, if you don't own your own business, and I've owned my own business and plan on owning another business shortly, right? But right now, I work for a corporation. And there's always a hierarchy to that corporation. And a lot of times when you deal with people who's not actually on the floor with you, and I'm going to say it like that, they're not on the floor. They really don't know what's going on. So they can call shots from above. And sometimes they get a little reckless on the way they talk to people, right? They get a little reckless. And I've always made it a point to put someone in their place. I do it professionally and I do it the right way. But I'm always going to put you in your place if you disrespect me, or you cross my boundaries, because I set boundaries wherever I go. I will respect you. I will act professional, but you got to respect me and act professional in return. And I don't have problems. And if I do have a problem and I set that person straight or those persons straight, I don't have those problems again, because I said I have a limitation to what you could say and do to me. I expect you to treat me this way. You either go treat me this way or we can't go. And it's just that simple. So if people would take time to set boundaries, and address issues at hand right then and there, they won't be talked down on, they won't be disrespected, they won't be treated any kind of way. And I noticed that a lot of adult people, and I'm going to say on here, I have a live schedule for tonight, and I'm going to talk about some stuff. But I notice a lot of people on here, they don't have any filters, they don't have boundaries, and they do what they want. And see, I'm not going to even play with you like that. That's why a lot of times I say I don't get down here and play these games, because I don't even play. I don't even want you to think that you could really disrespect me and it's okay with me, because it's not. So if you don't set boundaries, people will do and say, and they'll try anything on you. They make you look like a damn fool. I watched some stuff yesterday go on, and I'm going to address that later. And I said, you know what? I could see there was no boundaries in relationships set. Maybe expectations, those are something totally different when we talk about setting boundaries. expectations. I don't relate those to be the same. So, I think a lot of boundaries are being crossed and have been crossed with some relationships. Now, if you are afraid to tell somebody how you feel and you can't have a level of discussion with them without any, confrontation or backlash, then you have not set boundaries with people. I say it all the time. They said, well, there's no respect over in the beef sector, right? And I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. And they say, you in the beef sector, nobody respects you. Who do you know? That's a lie. That's your expectations of the beef sector and your boundaries you have not set. I don't come down here and disrespect people because I don't want people to disrespect me. So people are only going to treat you the way you allow them to treat you. If you allow them to call you out your name, drag and gag and all that other stuff and disrespect you, then that's what people will do. If you say, hey, listen, I don't do that. This is what we do here. This is the boundary I set here. In order for us to have a healthy relationship, which always leads to a healthy dialogue with someone, because remember, relationships are cultivated, just like love and anything else. They cultivated. And in order for you to have a healthy relationship with anyone, you have to set boundaries. And that's real important. You guys don't get it. Some people don't get it. And I'm not talking about you all in general. I'm just talking about people in general, not this chat. They don't set boundaries. And that's why people do what they want and say what they want to them. In order for you to maintain a relationship with anyone, anywhere, you have to set boundaries, healthy boundaries. And when those people cross those boundaries, you should be able to talk about it. But if they continue to cross them, you walk away, because I'm not going to allow you to just disrespect me, or say or do what you want to me, because I let you know from the jump, this is where we stand. This is what my expectations of our relationship is. This is what my boundaries are. You could do this, you could do that, but you can't do this. And once you do the can't, then I'm going to walk away, because you're not going to weaken my stance. You're not going to weaken who I am. And when people have the tendency to cross your boundaries, they are weakening you and what you believe. And once you let one person cross those boundaries, then the others will cross them, because they see you weakening. And when you don't set boundaries, you fall for anything. You fall for anything. You allow people to say and do what they want to you. But once you establish that healthy boundary between you and whomever, they won't challenge that. Because once you allow them to challenge it and you don't put them in check, you guys follow me? Because I'm going some. You don't put them in check, they will continue to do that to you. See, there's no coming back. Here's a perfect example. I've been married twice. I think I've told y'all, maybe not, but I've been married twice. And in one of my relationships, it was mental abuse to some ways. Remember, I told you never physical, but mental. And I remember my husband calling me a bitch. And ooh, that would get so underneath me. I would be raging mad, because I knew that I couldn't punch the S out of him, punch him in his face when he called me those names. So after a while, I told him, I said, hey, listen here, call me another B and I'm gone. You call me another B and I'm out of here, because I'm not going to allow you to break me, to destroy me, to make me believe that I'm worthless, I ain't nothing, and I am a B. The lowest of a low to me. There's two things: calling me a B and spitting on me. Those are two things that will make me actually go to jail or get killed. Those two things. You don't call me a B. I don't like it. I don't play it. So you calling me this name, and I'm allowing you to call me this B, and I'm beginning to become accustomed to it, and I lose who I am because I have allowed you to destroy me by calling me all these names. You mentally tearing me down. So the last time I say you call me one more B, just call me one more bitch, and I'm out of here. And I tell you, he never ever called me another B. Even though our relationship was already destroyed, he never called me another B because he knew at that point, if you call me out of my name again, I am gone, gone. And he didn't call me another B, but he had said some hurtful things to me that I just packed up and said, that's it. Packed my kids up and I said, that's it. And I hauled ass and I never looked back. I never looked back because just like my avatar said, I remembered who I was and the game changed. I remembered that I was better than him beating me down. I remember the woman I was before I ever met him, how strong I was. And so after the relationship, I just became stronger. But I noticed that he had crossed those boundaries because we had talked about it. You know, you never do this, you know, I'll never do this, you know, our relationship would develop like this. And because he crossed those boundaries, but unfortunately, I had let him cross those boundaries more than once. And he had got used to it. If you allow people to cross the boundaries that you set, they will become comfortable doing and saying what they want to you. And that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way and treat me any kind of way. If you can't treat me like this, then I don't need to be with you. And that's the same anywhere. School, work, play, what? Relationships. If you can't be treated like the person you want to be treated like, then you don't need the relationship. Because when people cross boundaries, if you set boundaries and they cross boundaries, they will start to weaken you and the relationship. Mentally, they will beat you down by crossing boundaries you have set. Even when it comes to words, they will destroy you. I had weakened because I had allowed this man to call me so many names and talk to me any kind of way, reckless. And when I remembered who I was, it changed the game and I got the hell on. Simple. Establish healthy boundaries in any relationship. And if people can't respect your boundaries and they can't agree to not cross your boundaries, then they don't need to be in your life. They're only coming in your life to wreak havoc and to destroy who you are. I see it all the time. I see it so much on YouTube. That's what brought me to this conversation. I wanted to have this conversation because I see boundaries is crossed and people allow other people, grown folks, to talk to them any kind of way and do anything to them. And I just don't think that's healthy for them. I really don't. And that's why I said I was going to come and talk about it. Very good topic. Let me see. Very good topic. I actually said it was a necessity for females to always set boundaries and relate. Sorry, I cannot elaborate more due to multitasking. Thank you, Regina. It is very important. That's why women get taken advantage of because they don't set boundaries. That's why we don't have a lot of healthy relationships because you don't set the boundaries. And that's simple what it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's just a matter of telling people and showing people how to treat you. You know? And I know it may sound a little repetitious, but I'm trying to beat it in your head that you need to show people how to treat you so they know from the gate how you want to be treated. And then you take and you cultivate a relationship from that, because every relationship is cultivated. So that's something you have to do. Listen, this wasn't no real long live. I just wanted to say that I see people um, just weakening, just weak people. I hate to see weak women. I hate to see weak men. It's okay for you to like someone, but it ain't okay for you to allow somebody to take advantage of you and to keep pooping on you, you know? And I see that quite a bit here. And I think the reason why it's done so much on YouTube and in life is because people don't put a stop to it. If you nip something in the bud right away, most likely it won't happen again. Because the reason why it won't happen again is because if people can't respect what you say, then what the hell happens? They'll get the hell on. You didn't need them in your life. You don't need someone in your life to tear you down. I know we all come over here and we watch this YouTube thing and we laugh and it's entertainment. But some stuff you watch, hey, Lady Tia, baby, thanks for joining me. Some stuff we watch just isn't funny. These people go too far. And that's because they don't have a level of respect for you, because they said there's no respect in the beef sector. There's respect wherever you go. Wherever you go, there is respect. Don't let people fool you. Don't let people twist your mind to think that because you're in a certain area, even at work, I'm saying this is related to real life, that you don't have to be respected. Anywhere you go, you demand respect. And if someone can't respect you, then they can't be in your life. And that's just simple. That's cut and dry. Cut and dry. We don't need to toggle with that. We don't need to vacillate over that. We don't need to do anything. It's cut and dry. You don't respect me, we can't have a relationship. That's all to it. I don't have to play with you. I don't have to be with you. I don't have to, I might have to work with you and keep it in a professional manner, but that's all I have to do. We just make it work professional. But don't allow people to disrespect you. you know um there's levels to life, and you have to learn to level up at some point. People will beat you down and they'll say like, oh, you think you better? Who the hell she thinks she is? She thinks she better. I don't know where she thinks she at or what she thinks she doing, but she ain't no better than us. Don't let people fill your head with that bullshit. You are better. And when I say sometimes you're better, is because I have the emotional intelligence at a certain level that I don't have to come down to a lower level to talk to someone or to entertain people. I don't have to drop to that level. I can stay right where I'm at and people will like me for who I am. I don't have to go below the belt, hit beneath, call names, you know. That's just not who I am, and that's just not what I will do. So I say, yes, I am better to a certain extent. I'm better. And that's what I meant by that. I know the other day on one of my shows, I said I was better, and I hope people didn't take that the wrong way. But what I meant is I have enough constraint, I have enough emotional intelligence, I have enough strength to not do some of the things that's being done on these YouTube streets in this sector. And that's what I meant by that. That I can control me. Can't no one manipulate or control me. I know that in certain areas, when you are, say for instance, when you are hosting a show, you're on a panel. I know people do certain things and say certain things to try to rope you into beefs and, to talk about other people. I just don't go. Like I said, I have for myself, I'm not talking about anyone else. I have boundaries that I set for myself in life and in YouTube life. Okay. So this wasn't a very long live. I'm just saying, I'm out here checking out some things, but I also I'm also just stepping back looking at some stuff. And I think that's what made me think about this topic this morning. I said, well, I'm going to come on this morning and share this topic. I have a live schedule for 5:30, and it's certainly different. It's a little messy and is what's going on, but I wanted to get this out to you all. So if you listening and this pertains to you, it's important that you in your life, in your relationship, set boundaries, because people will emotionally damage you if you allow them to treat and talk to you any kind of way. They will emotionally break you down. Maybe not physically, but emotionally. And sometimes that's worse than physically. You need it when someone tears you down, disrespects you, shreds you to pieces, cross boundaries, treat you any kind of way, that will emotionally damage you. And you don't want people to just walk over you. Everyone's grown from what I see and who I deal with. I deal with my grandkids, I teach them a certain way, but I'm talking about with adults. I make sure that people know, hey, I respect you. I expect respect in return. Respect for me is not up for debate. See, for me either, Lady Tia. I just don't, that's something I'm not going to debate. Respect is respect. You give respect, you receive respect, you know? And that's why a lot of times I don't get down here and do certain things because I respect people. I give respect in order to receive respect. But I don't have much to talk about. I know there's a lot going on, but that's not for over here. That's not for me to talk about right now. I just thought watching everything that's going on that these adult people need to set boundaries. They playing below the belt, and then I often wonder, why are people so afraid to be who they are? Why are you afraid to be who you are? Be who you are. It doesn't take much. If you are true and you are authentic and you are unapologetically you, just be who you are. Hey, Fate, baby. Hey, here go my little panel hall. You know why I said that, Fate? You jump down here quick. But just, it's just a matter of respect. We all watching entertainment. We all enjoy some of the mess. But, you guys go out there and set boundaries. I don't give a damn where you at, even if it's for play. We call this YouTube entertainment at play. Hey, MJAK, but still, you need to respect people. You need to set boundaries. It's getting a little bit overboard, and I think the reason why, like I said, that some stuff go too far is because we on a YouTube application we on a YouTube application and most people can't reach out and touch you. And if you know what I mean, reach out and touch you in the right way. You could legally do some things. And I think a lot of these people do things and they do cross boundaries is because they're in one state and you in another state. And they probably figure you don't have money to take things, to go the legal route with a lot of things. And that's why they get away with some of these things that they do here, because they figure you don't have money to fight them legally. Because a lot of times if people handle things legally, the law is the law, and you break the law in most cases, especially if you this color. If you this color, they are quick to punish you. So when you break the law, then and you take it to courts for some of the shit that's being done around here, things will get done. People just don't fight you the right way. I think I do believe from what I'm looking at that a lot of this stuff is done, like I said, because people are in other states and they don't have the funds probably to fight you legally. But I don't know. Again, this was just a brief live, and this was on Jim's Talk, but I think this is on Miss T Velocity too. I'm not sure because I see people coming in. And Jim's Talk, please, if you're not subscribed to Jim's Talk, please go over there and subscribe to Miss T Velocity Jim's Talk, because that's where I'll be doing my morning shows at when I come on in the morning. I am making an attempt, if you guys notice, to come on a little more. I am trying. It takes a lot when you have so much going on, and so much is going on in the streets that you don't want to get in to. It takes a lot. But I will never ever, and I'm going to talk about this tonight. I will never ever, they say never ever, da, da, da. Don't ever say what you'll never do. I'll say this: I will not. From what I know about me, I will never let people challenge or question who I am or what I do. I am a full-fledged, grown, independent woman. I will never do that. So that's just a fact. I'm not going to do those things. Other people could do them. But I think the people got this game messed up. This is just YouTube. Well, you guys, I don't have much to say. This is not a long live. I was just coming on. I was talking about creating healthy boundaries for you in real life on this YouTube app. Create boundaries. Most likely when you establish boundaries, healthy, when you set healthy boundaries in a relationship, your relationship will flourish. You may have some problems because no relationship is perfect, but you will have less when people know what your expectations of them in a relationship. I expect you to treat me this way. I will not tolerate this. I expect you to do this. This is not tolerated in our relationship. And most people respect that, and their relationship cultivate. You'll have a good, healthy relationship when you learn to set boundaries. Okay. Listen, I know I sound like a broken record, but that's the fact. That's just the fact of the matter. You have to set boundaries. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. If you want to know what type of boundaries, I'll come back and I'll list them. I'll list the boundaries that may help you establish a good relationship. Healthy boundaries allow you to be assertive. You're able to confidently and truthfully say yes or no and accept when others say no to you. Good boundaries allow you to live a fulfilled, balanced life on your terms while acknowledging the needs of other people's around you. That's short and sweet. Short and sweet. No, nothing else. Short and sweet. Good morning, Silky Black. Well, you guys, this is not the live that I'm going to come back and talk about some foolishness. That's going to be tonight. I dropped this link if somebody want to come on and tell me what you think about boundaries. Where's Faye Yaya? She must be somewhere else. Faye Yaya, you like to jump on panels. What you think about setting boundaries? You everywhere, Faye Yaya. Hey, Silky Black, what's happening? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well, baby. MJAKU either. I know we're going to have a lot of lives going on. Everybody is sitting back, waiting to see what happens now with some new players, and we just have to watch and see. That's all. Well, you guys, I will be back tonight, I think at 5:15 when Diva gets on. I am looking for another mod. Now, I have to trust that mod to do the right thing, to adjust to the decorum over here. We don't have a lot of problems over here because I think I do stay out the mess. So, oh, you took a little break, baby? Yeah, a little break is always needed. Yeah, I take a break from time to time, but I am looking for another mod or two. I think just one. I think I'm just looking for one more mod. Queen Diva been in here doing the thing. BB Nice has been going to school, so she's not here this much. She's not here as much. Jamila, she comes in from time to time. She's busy with real life stuff. And Redbone. Now, Redbone has been my mod since day one. We don't see Red that much because she's another one working really hard. She's getting her real life things together. So she's not here as much. So I'm looking for another mod. I'm not sure who I can mod up. But that's it. And Butterfly hadn't been coming around. There go Life with Jamila. Hey, baby. I told him you don't come in as much because you doing the real life. Miss T, I will be here this evening. I'm running around. Okay, go ahead, baby girl. You'll be here this morning, this evening. Thank you so much. Faye Yaya, I appreciate your support, babe. I know sometimes you hang up in the bushes, but I know you support me, and thank you so much. There is Life with Jamila. Hey, baby. But some people are real life lifing, so they don't have time for put my name in the hat to. Oh, absolutely, Regina. You are one that I can hold on. Don't move, Regina. Thank you so much, baby. I'm so glad that you said put my name in the hat, girl, because the hat, I done snatched it out. Hold on. I'm so glad that you said put my name in the hat, girl, because the hat, I done snatched it out. There you are, Regina. I'm so glad you said that. I appreciate it. I know you're a good one. Yes, but I'm coming when I see you. Okay, thank you, Jamila. And I need to be heading your way too, you guys. I need to be heading you and Diva's way shortly to put in the visit, to get in the visit. But yeah, so thank you so much, Regina. M is my new mod. I enjoy Regina. She's a good supporter. She fair and balanced. She engages, and I appreciate her becoming my new mod. Now, Regina, you know we don't get paid over here. Look, Diva always say, when you gonna pay me? But I want y'all to know, glory to God, my subscription is going up. I have many more subscribers. My engagement is better. The change is moving, so I can be able to take super chats now. If you all would like to tip the host when you feel like it, you know I'm not gonna get down here and start no bunch of begging and shit. But just if you feel like tipping the host, you are welcome to do that now via super chat. At first, I said please don't super chat me because uh because I wasn't getting paid from YouTube. I'm still not getting paid, but there's a threshold on YouTube. And so I'm getting closer to meeting that threshold. So if you super chat me, that will be fine now. Before I was receiving cash apps, and I want to thank the people who cashed at me last show. I don't say the name because I don't think people want to be put out there. So I really don't say the name, but thank you for your cash apps. I greatly appreciate your support. Like I said, I will be coming on more doing my content. Tonight I will be back. I'm going to try to run these two channels. In the morning, I will come on here with inspirational, motivational, messages. And then at night, that's with Miss T Velocity being a little shamessy. But remember, when I'm a little shamessy, I never go below the belt. And certain things I won't do. See, it's not a factor that, people are scared, that I'm scared. It's just something I don't do. I don't put myself in that rim of doing all that dragging, cussing, and doxing and all that. But let me tell you something. Here's the real deal, too. And here's a tip. When you love your family, my job as the matriarch of my family is to protect them at all costs, right? So I protect my family. It's nothing about my family that I wouldn't mind you all knowing about my family or myself. I just don't think some of this stuff is worth it. It's not worth risking my loved ones because I love them just that much that I don't put them in positions. Let me tell you something. Some people, family members, are real illers. And they would do anything to protect their mom, their sisters, their children, their wives, and stuff. Everybody don't play this game. And so my job for me is to protect my family. I love them just that much. Is nothing you could say about me that will embarrass me, humiliate me, nothing. So I don't worry about that. Nothing you could say about my family that will embarrass them, praise God, or humiliate them. But I just wouldn't even put my family through some of this craziness. So I don't get downright dirty, you know, and I don't believe that that's entertainment when you cross certain levels. And again, here's the key word for today: boundaries. I don't find that to be entertainment to try to destroy someone's real life, you know. But that shows me when people go that far, that shows me that people are weak, that they can't win with words. They have to stoop down to different levels. That don't make you look good. That don't make you strong. What makes you strong is that you can withstand the gagging and the dragging, or what they call it, dragging and gagging and all that, without doing the rest. You lose when you do some all that other weak shit. To me, that's to me. So I don't play those type of games because I love my family just that much. And that's a fact because, like I said, we don't know who are behind these avatars and who they know, you know. And you know, some people have some real grimy people that don't mind leaving you in a box. So I don't play those games because I love my family that much. I wouldn't want to see anything happen to my boys or my girls or my grandbabies. I wouldn't want any, you know, I wouldn't even put them in a position. I told you all the time. I don't know if I told you all the story, but this is a quick story. I always say I'm gonna wrap it up, but I'm really gonna wrap it up. My son, I was at the post office, and you know, tow trucks wait for you to park. And I'm gonna tell you who would really know about this would be probably Fate Yaya. Yes, I am, baby. I will need your cash app also. Okay, thank you. Thank you, baby. I will. Here's my cash app so you could do all that. Okay, hold on. I think that's it. So let me tell you something. So I was at the post office, right? And this gentleman, I ran in the post office, y'all. It was a split second, but what happens is the tow truck parked in view that they could see if you park in the wrong space, they come and snatch your shit up, right? So I couldn't have been in the post office. And this older gentleman, he was like 70 something. He started talking to me. He said, "Hey, you Mrs. So and so. Yeah, you was the nurse for you was for my grandkids in wherever." And I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "I remember you. How are you?" Now, listen, you guys, the conversation couldn't have took more than 5 minutes. So I dropped the mail in the mail thing, and I turned around and they had my car up on the tow truck, right? So I said, "Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute." So I go up to, I said, "Damn, I was just in there 5 minutes." He said, "I don't know, you parked in the wrong space. It's going to cost you $75 to drop your car." I said, $75? I said, "That's some bullshit. I'm not paying you 70. Drop my car." So I go back and forth. Then the man said, "Well, it's going to cost you $75." So the older gentleman who I have been conversing with came out and he started talking to the man. And this was a young thug. That's what I call him, a young nickum thug. Start disrespecting the older man. So I said, "Hey, listen." I said, "Listen here, Slim, don't talk to that man like that." I said, "That's an older man." And so he commenced to slap the phone out the man's hand because the man is now trying to video record it, I believe. He slapped the phone out. I pick up the phone. I said, "This is some bullshit." I said, "Slim, don't be talking." So then he started disrespecting me. And I'm telling the older man to back off, right? Now, mind you, this is the guy. I only lived maybe 5 minutes from there, and I knew my boys was home. I knew my boys was home. So I started to get on the phone and call my boys because I knew what would happen. But then the spirit hit me and said, "Don't. You about to risk somebody's life here. It ain't worth it. Just pay the $75 and go home. Because at that point, the mother, the mother jumped in and said, protect him, protect your son. Because I knew my son would come there the wrong way. And somebody wasn't going to leave that parking lot. And it was a chance that it could have been my son. But I loved my son so much, I didn't even call him because I knew how he was coming. See, everybody don't play that shit that people do. Oops, this ain't that channel. I apologize. Settle down, Miss T. Everybody don't play those games. And I have so much love for my family that I'm going to protect them before I put them out there. So I paid the $75. I think it was 75 or 50 at the time. Y'all know when they want to drop your car, right? I paid the money. And I got before that, I got the older man safe. Get in your car, sir. I'm okay. And I dealt with this thug on my own. So the first thing said, call your sons. I know they home. Call your sons. It'll take them 5 minutes. Just keep them here for your sons to come and do what they need to do to this Nickum. Who he think he talking to? But the next breath said, the next whatever said, not the next breath, you know what I'm trying to say. I was getting all upset. But anyway, said, don't call them. Don't call them. Because this could get real nasty. And I don't want to risk anyone's life over a $75 tow drop. You got the money, baby. Pay that tow and go home. And that's what I did. Because I thought about what could happen to that gentleman who is someone's son, probably someone's father, someone's brother, or what could happen to my son. And I let it go. I paid the $75 and I went home. And when I went home, my son was in the bathroom, I think shaving or doing his face or something. And I was telling my son what happened. And the first thing my son said, where that Nickum at, Ma? I'm going to go back. My boy said, I said, no. I said, he left. Don't worry about it. I paid the $70. He said, why you didn't call me? Why you didn't call me? Ain't no, I said, son, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, son. Let him have that $75. More than anything, I was upset about the way he disrespected that elder. No respect for the elder. It ain't about the $75. I got that, baby. It was the elder that he had disrespected. But I knew I would have put my son in a position to basically murk that nigga. That Nickum. Both of my boys was there. So I already knew how this could have went. So I left it alone. Some things ain't worth it. My job is to protect my children at all costs. I don't care how old they are. I'm going to protect my family. My family is first. This YouTube is second. And that's why I do what I do down here. I'm not coming down here to beef with anyone. That's not my skilo, my stick, my juge, or whatever they call it. I'm just here to deliver content for entertainment and to motivate, uplift, and inspire people. I'm not here to tear people down. So with that being said, I'm on 50 minutes. With that being said, I am going to get ready to get out of here. Your job is to protect your loved ones at all costs. This YouTube stuff ain't worth it. And I think a lot of times the reason why they do the stuff they could do on YouTube is because they haven't ran into the right people. The right people, and they live recklessly and fearlessly on here because they behind an entertainment application. They behind a computer. I doubt if somebody was face to face, and I've seen people go face to face with people, but it ain't worth it. It's not worth my life dealing with, people I don't know, going back and forth with people I don't know. I don't know these people, and some of these people I would never want to know because we're just two types of people. We different type of people. They couldn't even sit at the table with me, you know? So anyhow, Regina, thank you so much. Regina is the new mod. Queen Diva, Regina is here. Regina, I appreciate you so much for taking that mod stick. I do have Queen Diva here, Life with Jamila, and now Miss Regina is my mod. I appreciate you. Okay, so I am going to get ready to get out of here and start my day. I wish all of you well. And remember, this conversation was about healthy boundaries. You have to learn to establish healthy boundaries with people in order for you to get a fulfillment of a relationship, a healthy relationship. Now, we all can have relationships, but we want a healthy relationship with people. Yeah, they don't waste no time. That boy had snatched up my car so fast, but I had to think. But like I said, it wasn't even about me. It was about the disrespect for the elder gentleman. I paid the $75, man. I could have paid that shit with my eyes closed, but it was just the disrespect. But a lot of times people put you in positions and you want to act, but you should think about what will your action cause, what type of repercussions from your actions. Like I said, I could have caught my two boys, and I know my boys would have been there, and I know how they act. I'm sure it wouldn't have ended too well. Both of them would have been behind bars because of me. I would have had to live with that the rest of my life, or the time that they were behind bars, because of my actions, me not thinking to protect my babies. Protect your babies at all costs. Okay? Whether they grown, whether they children or grown, I still protect mine. Okay, let's get ready to get out of here. I think I said I'll drop that link one more time just for, you too, baby girl. I'll see you tonight, Fate. Thank you so much for your support. Guys, I might have to pause that one. Sorry. Let me. No, that's not what I want, y'all. Here we go. Can y'all hear that? Can you hear that? If your king's crown is crooked, help him straighten it up. If your queen's crown is crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are joint heirs. They are our future. They are looking to inherit something other than mess, stress, and drama. I hope we all are trying to create generational wealth. And as always, it doesn't take much to be a blessing and not a bother. A simple hello, how are you? You look beautiful. I love your smile. You have a radiant smile. I like your hat. Sir, you are surely wearing that suit, handsome. Can I give you a couple of dollars to buy you lunch? I'll hold that door. Whatever, a small token of kindness goes a long way. We never know what someone is going through. Make sure you do your part of being a blessing. Now I'll turn on my music and get ready to get out of here. Thanks for joining me.